All right, everyone. Sorry to keep you waiting. Hello. Is my chat? No, just nothing's been went in a while. I thought my chat log was broken again, but it looks like we're fine. Okay, so I am back. Welcome back to the MultiMadea channel for another stream. I'm not sure. Let's move over and get started now. I'm just gonna get right into it. So today, I was actually kind of like thinking about how I can like sort out the stream, how I would go about this kind of stream, because it's something special. Okay, it's just regular Stardew Valley, but throughout this stream, I'm gonna be talking about one of my projects. For some who may not know, I have an audio drama series, a short little audio drama series that I released last year in 2024, called Chronean Archives Blue. And it's part of it's a project that I'm very passionate about, that I've been writing for a while, and it's still in its very, very early stages. And that's considering it's been something that I've been writing for a good few years. This is the 3-episode audio drama is the only thing that I've like properly released out, and it doesn't cover very much of the original story. It just kind of sets it up. So I've realized upon like thinking about it, because I was originally gonna show off some stuff it's the scripts that I wrote and projects that I used to make it, but I think I'm just gonna talk about it just now, and maybe I'll show a little like couple things like towards the end. I probably won't play Stardew for the whole 2 hours, but maybe leave like a few more minutes just to talk a little more about it. So yeah, but throughout the stream, I thought while we farm, because it's quite relaxing, I figured while we farm in Stardew that we can do a little bit of chatting here and there. And of course, if you guys got any questions for me or anything you'd like to know about the series, like what I plan to do with it, is there going to be anything from that show that you want me to touch a bit more on? I can only answer really as far as that series. As for like further on into the show, I can't really like say too much about it, purely to protect it, since it's like still pretty early. But there's so much still that I want to share with you, so I'll share what I can, basically. Why was it gay? Why isn't it? Is the question. No, but no, seriously. What one of the I guess tags for the show was I wanted it to be a queer friendly show. So that was one of the areas. So I wanted to mainly like touch on like, okay, how do I describe this? First, let's take a look at this letter. The bushes are full of them. I want to pick some. I lost my basket. Sure, why not? So anyway, I wanted my project to cover a wide range of groups. Like I've got a long list of characters who are of different colors. They have different orientations. Some have disabilities and stuff like that. I wanted to be able to make a story that includes as much of that as I can, and including queer characters was a large one for me. Actually, a few of the main characters of the story actually are queer. So so yeah, I'm character. It wasn't me she was using, it was the characters. And actually it was supposed to be like another actress who was supposed to play Carol, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I had to substitute in for her. But but luckily she still got to be in the show. But yeah, that was, we both just decided that was the kind of decision that we'd want to take for it. So I'm just gonna do a bit of watering. But that was really only one of the like huge major changes for that, but it's not really a huge big deal. It still ended up working out overall, but I'll admit I wasn't hugely like, I didn't like 100%, like, of course I would expect to be ready for something like that, but I guess I didn't think it would like actually happen. I didn't think it would actually happen, so I won't lie, it kind of threw me off a bit, but it was a pretty like easy fix. I just went into the college and just got a small room to myself, a small like control room to myself, got the equipment that I needed, and just spent like the whole of that morning just recording all those lines and just doing what I needed to do, along with a few other edits. So like creating the show overall, it was a mix of like doing it at my campus and at home, because there were various things that I was supposed to do for it that I wasn't able to do at home, purely because of the lack of equipment. Because since it's now a running joke in my community, I currently do not have equipment that's well endowed enough to handle projects like that. So there were some instances where I had to like use the equipment on campus. I'm out of water. The equipment on campus to be able to sort some stuff out, like whether it be like audio like restoration, or like using like certain softwares like Pro Tools and Logic, which I can't use at home, or a couple other things. But in the end, everything seemed to turn out well. Can I pick these up? Oops, wasting so much water. I'm gonna guess I can't pick those up because it won't let me. So Maddie was not power tripping. To be honest, I don't even know what that means. So I guess I'm just gonna take your word for it and just be like, yeah, I wasn't power tripping. I don't even know what power tripping is. How can I do it? Actually, no, you definitely can do something without knowing about it, so I didn't even know where that joke was going. But no, I like to think this as just, as I feel honestly that this is just the start of something bigger, and being a relatively new creator in this field, having something like this that I wanna continue to grow, it's difficult. It's really fun, but it's also really difficult. Just, I guess, like thinking about like where you want it to go, what you want to do with it, how you're gonna like get it out there. It's all a lot to think about, but it's so exciting to think about still. Like thinking about the like you could potentially have this like be something great, but it's gonna take a lot of work to get there. Make the writer the most powerful character. Well, to be I I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, let me read it again. Making the writer the most powerful character. I guess in that like last episode, Carol as a character is the one who takes charge in showing Noella that she does have a chance, showing her that even though things may look grim for her at that current moment, she still is able to improve and be her best self, and that she shouldn't give up and stuff like that. So she's the one who shows her how she's able to do that. And the fact that she helped her with like recharging her mana, which is why they kissed, So there technically wasn't anything romantic about that kiss, but then again, I'll let the audience interpret it. But yeah, she was generous enough to help her recharge that, and she knew her stuff, which was why she spooked her with that. I don't know. I thought it was quite funny, but they managed to like laugh it off okay in a way. So so yeah. But yeah, there are a few other things. Anything else? I was feeling down last night, and the story kind of helped lift my mood. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you weren't feeling your best, but I'm glad my story helped you to come back from that. So yeah, and that's another thing about me creating things. I want to create things that people can listen to, and and makes them happy or brings them up, or it could even inspire people. I want like people to feel like they're included when they listen to my story, because like I said before, I want my story to cover a wide range of groups, including like race, sexual orientation, like religion, bunch of stuff. And my vision for it was for these groups to work together, and to be able to um I'm not really sure how to explain it, but basically what we would like in the world, I don't know. It's purely just my own fantasy, and it goes much deeper than that. But what am I buying here? Okay, I'm gonna buy some wheat, because wheat is pretty cost efficient. It's cheap, sells for some good stuff, and wait, can I sell? I can sell. Where even did I find this? I can sell. I can sell my bread. Wait, how much should I buy the bread for? Is that like work up early? I'm here. Welcome back. Eat. I forget I forget which one of you guys is on YouTube, but welcome back, Emotion Project. Yeah, not miss much. Don't think. I was just like wanted to get the ball rolling with just talking about some random parts of Chronean archives, while chilling out with some Stardew. So, oh, you know what could be a good idea? I don't remember where the prize thing is. Oh no, wait, it's at the mayor's house, right? I've forgotten where the mayor's house is. Homo Jody. No, I just wanted to exchange my price ticket. Oh, and that's right. Maddie dreams of a world where race and sexuality doesn't matter. Exactly. That's precisely what I was trying to say before, but thank you so much for for clearing that up for me. So that's basically one of what I wanted one of the main centers of the story to be, where, because like the original like name of the whole entire series, because there's more than one, I guess let's call it, branch of this series that Chronean Archives is from. And the whole thing actually, however I might change it, it's called Strange Children. And the reason why I called it that is mainly because like each of the main characters are like strikingly different from like the group that they come from, like be it their family or their race, their clan, or whatever. But there's like at least one or two things that completely like makes them different from everyone, and they all have their own like unique struggles with that, and yet they all like come together and work together to defeat a common enemy. So that's basically how, that's just like the basic like pretense of the story. However, like I wanted to make it something where like each episode is like its own little story, like, you know, the kind of shows where like there's a much deeper and longer running underlying story, like the main story, but each like episode is its own little like adventure, almost like an omnibus kind of thing. So so yeah, I wanted it to be like something like that where we like touch up on some of the characters backgrounds, like what they're like and how they're different, how they process that, like do they like being different, do they not, like what are their thoughts and feelings onto it. And all these guys are like really close, really good friends, and they're just like bringing each other up, like and stuff like that. So sounds kind of like Miss Prejean's Home for Peculiar Children. Kinda, yeah, yeah. It was something like that. Like I said, I might change the name. I don't know. I just really like that name for some reason. But I was always thinking of like thinking of changing it purely because of that. But I don't think I ever watched that. Is it a show or a movie? I don't think I watched that show. Let's see if I can craft anything with whatever it goes. Oh no, all the craftables will be up here. I can't do anything with that. Okay. Do I have? Oh no, I don't have much. Oh, I have mixed seeds. Can plant those. I'm gonna get rid of some of my stuff. Wait, I have the purple mushroom. I might have like brought it in somewhere already. I think I did. Oh, that's right, fall crops. I have yams and pumpkins in the thing already. And, oh, I have not done this yet. I'm going to quickly make a stop to the community center. It's a movie originally from a book. Okay. I don't think I ever watched that, but I mean, in all honesty, Chronean archive. In all honesty, like let's just call it Strange Children. Strange Children, um, was a conglomeration of different like inspirations and inspirations from various shows and games that I've played. So there's like different inspirations from a bunch of other stuff. Um, just filled with like my favorite tropes, my favorite ideas. Where am I going? You're right. This may in fact be distracting, but we're already here, so might as well just go for it. Um, yeah, it was just a collection of a bunch of like inspirations of different things that I really like, different tropes, ideas, and stuff that I that I wanted to experiment with. And the whole story will be completely different from all of those. It's just purely to get a sense and shape the way my story flows because of it. Is it? I've forgotten where it was. Just give me a second to find the. Oh, that's right. I don't think I was able to plant the apples in time. Sad. That's right. I'm not finished. 2011 book. Yeah, I've not read or seen that. I'm sorry, but now you guys have got me a bit curious. I kind of want to go and take a little read or watch. I have maybe I've seen a little bit, but I don't remember anything about it. So is it kind of like similar to something like that? But yeah, of course, like a lot of course it would still be like some things will obviously still need to be refined. I'm trying to find where to put that mushroom. Oh, here it is. This is why I said a game would be distracting. I know. I thought maybe we'd like. Wait, why can't I put it in? Oh, I'm just looking at it. I'm not actually. It's at the bulletin board. Okay. Yeah, you're right. was distracting, but we're already here, and you probably didn't catch before, but since it's still an early project and there's only so much I can share based on what's already out. There's not an awful lot that I can show purely just to protect and just to protect it and not give out too much. So, but you're still able to ask me questions about it, like if there's anything about that drama that I would change, or how else I would have went about it, or something like that. So yeah, just go on ahead. But I would so love to continue this in some way. Guess just the first thing is finding a community that's interested and working out how I want to go about it. Do I continue it as an audio drama, maybe do it as an audio book, or even an animation? My gut keeps telling me I should try making it into an animation, but that's going to be like something that I'll either have to like work to learn how to do, cuz I'm already pretty like decent with art, or I can like find a team to work with or something like that. I'm not sure. So yeah, like I said, very very early stuff, but nice to hear that you guys are interested in it. That gives me hope. What? I don't know. Somehow that freaked me out. I thought it was still dark outside, but luckily I don't need to water my crops. 1 week from today, we're holding the Stardew Valley Fair in the town square. Biggest event of the year, drawing people from all across the country to our humble town. If you like, you can set up a garage display for the event. Just bring 9 items that best showcase your talents. You'll be judged on the quality and diversity of your display. It starts at 9 a.m. Okay. Books are too easy, but also too hard. I did like consider like releasing it as like just a book, like an e-novel or something. Because when I first started like really getting into writing this show, I had no idea like how I was gonna produce it. And I also had the problem of like wanting to use my now refined audio skills for myself as well as for others. So I wanted to. Think I talked about this before. When I was first developing this project, I wanted to be able to find a way to use my audio skills for myself and for others. So that's why I came up with the idea to do the audio drama. And now I see it as an opportunity to just continue on with that route, in some form of audio for the show. So so if I could, definitely would. An audiobook is better than an audio drama, right? Well, I wouldn't say better, but there are a lot of like different aspects and differences between an audio drama and audiobook, or at least what I would describe as an audiobook wouldn't be like something like what I did. What I did was like an audio drama. It's just like a TV show without the visuals. Like everyone, each character's got their own voice, and I guess audiobooks could do that too, but it's more like I see an audiobook as not quite as in depth as that. It's more just, I feel like it's more just like setting the scene of something as opposed to actually like acting it out. Like you've got the narrator like talking us through like what's happening in the story, and then you've got the occasional whether it's the narrator doing the voices or some other voices doing the characters. That's kind of like occasional going through the story. I don't know. I feel like both like audiobook and audio drama are two completely different things, and I'm just really deciding like which one would be good to start off with, because it can always change later on. Just need to like, I don't know, just try things and see what works. Working with a publishing company wasn't bad. Don't like the book released and I can't do much about it. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. You released a book where the publishing company wasn't okay. So you released the book, but didn't really like the outcome. Okay. Um. Yeah. I did like I was recommended by some people to try and like get in touch with a publishing company and see what I can see if I can get the story published that way. Um but I mean, I have like heard this, especially as an indie creator with a very small audience. I feel like it would be like quite difficult for to be able to do something like that. And also it's got to have like good traction, like people is it something that people want to read? It's something, it has to be something that like the reviewers or something see potential in, and if they don't, even if they don't, then they'll just drop it, and it's quite saddening at times. Or maybe it just doesn't really fit with how um like the kinds of stories that they publish. Same with TV shows. Like someone comes up with a new idea for a TV show and it doesn't fit what the publishing company does. So they just don't do it. And and like I said, I wanted to try, what's this? Plant in fall, produce a mysterious flower. I'm kind of curious. I want to plant those and see what happens. Okay, do I have, cuz I want to see if I can go in the mines this time, because we've not done that for a while. And tomorrow maybe we'll do some fishing. So I did originally like think about maybe putting it into an e-novel, but I guess writing in that kind of style I didn't really feel hugely comfortable about. Like while I did like write the scripts and format the audio drama from the scripts, I guess maybe like writing a script versus writing a full-fledged novel is very different, and somehow I just didn't feel very comfortable with it, so I didn't do it. but but yeah, these kinds of companies really just like need to take a look at something, and if it either they're not interested in it, or it doesn't agree with them, then they just won't do it. So yeah. Besides, I figured, wait, why am I doing this? I should go to the elevator. What am I doing? All the way down to 10. All interesting. Yeah. I think that's why some people choose to just produce it on their own. Just produce things on their own instead of going through a company. Some may even start their own publishing company purely because of that. I'm trying to get my sword. Okay, I'm good. Remember hearing a sound effect I've used before in the Blue series. Did you get stuff from Freesound? Yes. So, I made a couple of them, but I've also used some sound effects from Freesound and also from Pixabay. Cause that's just where I've always gotten some audio resources for, whether it's something I can't make myself or something that I just want it to be more professional sounding. So yeah, from Freesound and from Pixabay is where I got the majority of sound effects from. But yeah, Pixabay, Freesound is kind of a newer one for me. Like I think I only just started getting into Freesound in college, because my lecturer like properly introduced it for me. I knew about it before, but I didn't really like make the jump to do anything with it. But once I was in college and was like studying audio implementation for video games for the first time, we had to use free sound as, oh, I found the exit already. Or not exit, more of a, like, what am I thinking? So yeah, I started really like getting into it and was like, wow, these are pretty cool. And of course, like, there are some sounds that I've seen on Pixabay that came from free sound. So I guess it's just another way to access them. I wasn't sure, but yeah, those two were actually, yeah. Sorry, I was like, but I found some wood in that. Can I use this? Why won't you let me pass? There's another way to get down. Can I use this? No, it won't let me use it. Ow. Why is a fly attacking me? Gross. I still really hate that sound. Wonder where I can get my pickaxe sharpened. Or upgraded. But also gotta be mindful of the time as well. So I don't want to be stuck in here forever. Like, you have people to show you what to do. I came into this kind of thing with an English degree. Yeah, but... Wait, how far did I get for English? I think I only made it as far as higher. I'm not entirely sure what grade that is in the other system. In the non-British system. Or Scottish system, rather. But yeah, we were like it was drilled into our head, like, in college to use use as much of the resources as you can, especially if you don't have them at home, to do your projects with. And I fully took advantage of that because there were a few stuff that I didn't have access to back at home. And it's just the overall quality of the equipment at the college was like much better than what I could do at home, especially when it came to mixing my own voice. I originally like was gonna do it at home, but my mic is not the mic which I was gonna use, which I'm using now. The quality isn't good enough for it. I need to heal up. Let's have some bread. Yay! And I need some coffee too. But yeah, speaking of writing, I was able to write a degree, like not a degree, to write a script like that with a higher nationals mark. And again, I don't know what it's called in, like, Oh, I'm able to come down here in the elevator now. That's what that means. Yay. So, yeah, but now that I'm, like, continuously, like, looking through it, because to be perfectly honest, when it came to script writing, I didn't, like, ask anyone to proofread it for me. I was mainly just, like, splitting the initial script because it was super long, splitting it into 3, and then further cutting it down to make room for edits. So the original story had, like, changed around a little bit. There was initially, like, another scene where, like, Noella and her mom were, like, in the morning before school, they were supposed to be, like, in the kitchen chatting together before they parted off for school. But once it came to, like, editing the final scripts, I thought that would be a little bit redundant and, like, kind of almost like unnecessary filler content that just isn't really needed. So I changed it around to add it onto the scene where Noella and Azazel are walking to school together. And it didn't really want anyone to prove it for me. I just, like, ran it through Grammarly for spelling and grammar mistakes, and that's about it. so so yeah, that's how I did the scripts. And for them I had like the main line for, let me give you a visual of like what the script looked like. So you've got like the character, you've got their line, and then you've got the subtext, which is like how the character is supposed to say the line. Like, are they sounding fearful, embarrassed, tearful, happy, angry, that sort of thing. So I just had that, and if it was like in a longer one, if it was in like two different, I would split in like two different parts to make sure. I've not found the thing yet. And I would kind of just like, more for myself, just use that as a way to break it up when it came to editing, so that it didn't sound like too clunky. Know what I mean? Finally. Oh, I should probably get out soon. For someone who's into audio, why is the mic so bad? Well, it's all I've got right now. I have, much like my computer, I guess the new mic would come in like much earlier than a new computer or a laptop. But I tried to like mix it the best I could. I tried to mix it the best I could in OBS. I've got like an EQ and compressor tailored to my voice, and I put on a limiter and I think a second compressor as well, or maybe it's just the limiter, so that it doesn't go above a certain like level, so it's not too loud. So yeah, but really, when it comes to finding a good quality audio, it's all about the microphone, because you can, I won't lie, I mean, I can tell you from experience, definitely, the mic is the most important. You couldn't get away with having a crappy mic, but if you've got some kind of like decent audio skills, then you can, oh, it's armor. Then you can get away with fine-tuning it. Oh, it transformed. Fine-tuning it to make it sound better, but sometimes you'll risk quality being lost, but you can still bring it up by using some basic audio skills to tighten it up. But what you really want is a good microphone, so that you don't have to worry about that too much. Like the microphone that I use the most for let's hope I can get home quickly. The microphone that I used to record all the voices for the show was the Shure SM7B, and that's a microphone you'll see a lot with streamers, content creators, and just use like a lot overall. It's a really good broadcasting microphone that's well sought after. And I thought like in the future to get myself something like that, but I'll have to settle for something else just now, since I don't have an audio interface. So I was just originally just gonna get a USB mic that I can immediately just like take out, because my microphone doesn't just sit on my desk all day. I have to like take it out whenever I need it. So it would have to be something like that as well, and it would just be too painful to constantly like plug in the thing and just continue doing all that like every time I need it. It's just so like it's just incredibly annoying every time I have to do that, so I don't want anything like that. It's a thunder egg. Looked away. What happened? Not much, I don't think. I'm not sure when you send that, but now we were just in the mines doing things and chatting, and I just realized I found a good hazelnut. When will we have Maddie ASMR? I don't know. I'm not even sure if I'd be good at it. How even would you go about ASMR? I know like I have a general idea of what it's about, but I'm not sure. It's doing something like that. I mean, it's never really been something that I've been hugely interested in, but I like the appeal of it, and I do feel the effects of it pretty well, so I can understand the appeal. But overall, I've never really been interested in doing something like that. But if I don't know, we'll just have to see. I almost spilled my coffee. I had an Audio-Technica microphone for the past 5 years, and it's been a good microphone. Do you remember the model? Is it okay if I go and take a look? Because I remember I was like doing some research for like what I would like to have in my office in the future, and I looked up a bunch of different microphones, including the SM7B, as like ideas of what I can have in there, and I found a good few, like including the SM7B, and there was that one from. It's like an LED microphone. It's a tall one. There was another Shure one that's similar to the SM7B, but it's like much shorter and stubbier. So yeah, something like that. But then again, that's also an XLR microphone. But in the future, I would like want to have some kind of audio interface to be able to process the audio better. But so far, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good just now. Also, welcome Henry, Emily. Welcome to my stream. Thanks for coming by. It's just Stardew and yapping about my story. I don't know if you because I have an audio drama and I'm just spending most of the stream just playing Stardew and talking about it. So yeah, welcome. The model is AT2020. Okay, that sounds similar to. Oh yeah, because I have Audio-Technica headphones. That's why the names sounded familiar. Because I've got Audio-Technica the Bluetooth headphones, but they're always wired. I never use them for Bluetooth. But they're studio grade though, so I'm able to use it for mixing. Because the frequencies are flat. So out of water. So I can appropriately use it for mixing and for gaming, but it doesn't really run well with streaming, general streaming music. So I just don't really use it for that. It just kind of sits on my desk. But I brought it with me every day when I went to college. Didn't I have some mixed seeds? Oh no, I must have planted it already. I'm just gonna plant it here and see what happens. Because it was a mysterious flower. No, oh no, there's a FNAF character here. I was thinking more Bendy and the Ink Machine. Wait, what was the name of the main character specifically from the first Bendy and the Ink Machine? Am I thinking of someone completely different? Henry Stein, wasn't that his name? God, it's been a while since I've seen a Bendy playthrough. I might be wrong. But where was there a Henry in FNAF? I really don't remember. That reminds me, I still have to complete the fifth night of the first game before moving on to the second one. Henry Stein. Yeah, that's his name. That's the guy from the first Bendy game, right? Oh my gosh. I'm thinking of Joey Drew. No, that's another character. Maybe it's not the main one, but the character that you play as. I figured, I don't know. I don't remember. Henry is the name of every horror game. Actually, now that I think about it, that is a pretty common name for horror games. I don't know. Coffee. Afton's co-worker. He's Afton's business partner. Wait. Wait. I'm trying to remember. I think I saw a playthrough of it was that one game where it specifically told you to forget everything you knew about the original FNAF and treat it like its own game. I remember a name from that game. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, game. It was the game that specifically told you, like, to take it as its own game and its own, like, interpretation of FNAF and not actually from the game. That's all really I remember it from. There's quite a lot, actually, of the story that I don't quite remember too well. I don't know, guys. You gotta help me. I'm lost. Help Wanted? I think also it was mentioned in Help Wanted, but that's not the game I'm thinking of. Wait, I need to... Is it Help Wanted? No, I need to look it up. Oh my god, I can't look it up. It is Help Wanted was another one, but that's not the game that I'm thinking of. Or was it even a different guy? Usually I would have this by now. We need Bad Fat. I don't even watch Bad Fat. It is not even a theory, it's just something that I need to remember. Oh, whatever. Let's go fishing. I need to calm myself down with some casual fishing. But nah, Help Wanted. I've seen Help Wanted as well, and it looks like a really fun game. Except I'm not hugely accustomed with VR, but I would love to give it a try someday. Damn, Maddie's ADHD. I don't even have ADHD that I know of. I don't even know. I'm genuinely trying to remember what game it was called. And I remember it had, like, the phone, like, in between, like, each night, there were phone calls between William and someone else. And, like, the other guy was, like, continuously being like, oh, we don't want any accidents, oh, we don't want lawsuits, and William's like, relax, dude, we're fine, I know what I'm doing. No one's gonna die, at least not without without anyone not knowing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, technically Henry only ever built a few robots like Security Puppet and Fredbear, while Afton created Afton robots. And okay, I got distracted. General cast of the characters. Okay. Okay, thanks for catching me up on that. But there's so much of the story that I just can't quite remember. I get the general, like, the basic idea of the story, and I remember really loving it. But yeah, there's just I don't know. I'm not really sure what to say about it, but I do love, like, those kinds of, like, really deep and somewhat convoluted stories that get you to really think and work to piece together, like, whether it's, like, really deep or there's something that you've learned previously that comes up later and you make that connection. I've always loved the thrill of that. Like, it's like one of my favorite things about storytelling. Let's get that fish. Probably thinking about Return to Bloody Nights. Oh, that's the game. That's the game I was thinking of. Return to Bloody Nights. I was trying to remember the name. But yeah, I saw that and I thought it was quite cool. but anyway, back to her Yuri audio drama. It's not. I don't even think I would even class that as Yuri, because it's not like, oh, my energy. Where's my bread? because it's not anything relating to romance. She was just helping to get her energy back. But it is queer positive, so I guess I can understand where you're going with that. But Yuri is more of a romance between two women, but I wouldn't class that what happened in my show to be romantic. Although Noella was pretty thrown off by that, but still, I don't know. Just wanted to make it funny. And anyway, back to the show. I wanted to talk about like what I wanted the mood for the show to be, because I wanted to try to make it um like a typical comedy anime sort of thing, while also having some like elements of drama, some dramatic elements. So the way I like process the sounds, the sound effects, and how I wanted the characters to deliver the lines kind of like links to that, like a classic like comedy anime, but with some like emotional, like serious emotional parts in it too. And it's pretty difficult, actually much more difficult to do when you don't have a visual to work with. So you're forced to imagine what's going on, like that would inspire these kinds of sound effects. And there's more work to be done as well, since you're only relying on your ears letting you know what's going on, and your brain that's creating the image, that's creating the scene. It's like reading a book and then reading a book of something and imagining the scene play out in your head. It's the same thing as that, pretty much. So I won't lie, like coming up with like how to process the scenes using sounds in a comedic fashion, I'd say that was one of my biggest challenges. Because I did something comedic before. I did some sound work for a cartoon animation, and for cartoons or comedy in general, comedy animations in general, there's a sound effect like every second pretty much. So it's a lot to keep up with. So when you're just working with audio, especially you just have like the script and the way the scene is being delivered basically to work with. So it's really left to your own imagination on how to process that, but that was my biggest challenge. Okay, let's pick it up. If you really want a good story, you should play Amori. Yes, I will. Okay, I will. I definitely glad it has, wait, read the entire thing as her crushing on Carol. No, actually, it wasn't a crush that Noella had on Carol. But as for that dream, I realized before, because the original story, because this is like incredibly different from what the pilot story originally was. Like she actually originally like was supposed to develop a tiny crush on Carol, but I wanted to cut that out and just keep it as a sort of like sudden friendship sort of thing. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. I'm so sad. Um but I think maybe it may still have come across as like Noella still developing a crush on Carol, because at the start of the show it's like it's Noella's dream, where she dreams of someone who has a very specific appearance, and she just comes up and kisses her randomly. So that's how the first scene goes. And then later on she runs into a girl with that appearance, and that's what freaks her out, because she let's basically call Noella for now. Let's call Noella a psychic. So she's able to see the future, and in this case, she saw her future through the dream, but it didn't tell her very much. It really only showed the kiss, and that was it. The kiss, and that was it. And there was another point where she was talking to Azazel about her dream, and then mentioned something about her feeling like her energy was restored. So that was supposed to like be a little hint, but I feel like maybe I didn't deliver it too well. It may have gone over people's heads, and that's why you're thinking that. But but originally it's not supposed to be something that was romantic, but then again, Noella didn't know hugely what it meant, so she may have felt like it could potentially be someone who she may fall in love with later, but it turned out to just be um someone who helps her out of a tough position. I need to get home. I need to get out of here before can I wait, am I stuck? I'm stuck. You've got to wait, let me out. Let me out. Thank you. Definitely came across as a strange love story. Yeah, I feel like now that thinking about it, I feel like maybe I should have like written it a little better to show that it wasn't supposed to hugely be romantic, but it was more at the start, at least up until she finally meets Carol, she didn't know um what really was going on. So obviously you'll see a kiss on the lips with someone as like as romantic. So up until Noella finally meets Carol, she thinks of it as something like that, but is still pretty confused about it. So I guess up until that point, it could be seen as a potential crush that Noella has on Carol. Oops. When later on it's revealed that it wasn't romantic in the slightest, and she had made a mistake, and it was actually just a way to get her powers back, essentially. a character literally The character literally asked about, yeah. That was Azazel asking Noella that, and she got flustered about it because she knew that it could be potential for that, because like I said, her dream only showed the kiss and nothing else. So going off of so little information, she's forced to assume um what could happen based on what she already has. So the air of romance is brief, but over time it's revealed that it's wasn't supposed to be something like that. plus even Carol knew, and she was originally making a joke about it, but then like Noella doesn't take it too well, but they eventually settle it once Noella realized what it was for, and eventually like forgives her for it in a way. Read it as her being coy. Mean Noella? Um, Noella or Carol? Sorry, I need confirmation. Kiss is still hard not to see. So yeah, I can definitely see the confusion about that. But the way in the show, the Carol like clearly explains it in the show. Oh, where did I find an artichoke from? Okay, so these are some stuff that I can... Wait, didn't someone need yams? Jody's request. No. Blank thing. I still haven't found the mayor's shorts, I remember. I don't even remember what I was just talking about. The story starting with the image of a cat girl and a kiss made me assume it was romance. That's kind of what I wanted to like when I was originally writing the story, that I kind of wanted to like start off with like the listener assuming it is something of a romance, only for it to like be something completely different later on. It's all left up to the listener's interpretation as well. So it's kind of a mix of the two. but it just ends off as something like that. I guess it's supposed to like keep the audience guessing in a way, but definitely like feel free to give me some constructive criticism on some things maybe you think could be improved on the show, like whether it's the writing, whether it's like the use of sound or music or whatever. Just anything really you would want me to, um, take note of for future seasons, episodes of the show, because I'll definitely like take them on, and I personally want to hear hear some of that stuff. So yeah, if you got any more questions, then feel free to ask. Has the volume always been this low? Are you guys able to hear it okay? I turned it up a little bit. This should be better. I didn't realize it was that low. But if you guys are okay. Like she acted like she had no feeling, but maybe had. You mean in the dream, or in the dream it was like supposed to be just like almost like a shadow of the person that Noella's gonna meet later on, except and it's supposed to be a shadow of the person Noella's gonna meet later on. So in the dream, that kiss had no meaning, for the shadow at least. And then later on, when Noella actually does meet Carol, um, there's no romantic feeling then either. It's more just like a friend, like a soft friendly kind of way. Remember, women kiss on the lips as friends, like that kind of. Except they do seem to like form some kind of connection, and Carol even mentions that um that she knows that the two of them will meet again in the future. So it kind of like sticks to that as well. So that's in the pantry. I'm just looking for like some stuff that I can bring back here. It's only morning. Don't like romance stories all that much. Terrible. It's only genre I don't like. Amori is the only exception. Yeah, I'm honestly not a huge fan of like crazily romance stories. Like I won't lie, like them to an extent, but sometimes I don't always like the way they deliver them, because obviously that's not really how real romance works. And I won't lie, my story does involve some romance, but I prefer to not go too above and beyond with it. Just want to keep it like as natural as I can, because I feel like they like in movies and in media basically. I feel like they like overdo it quite a bit, and it like doesn't really like appeal to me as much as some other genres. For me personally, genres like comedy, action, like those are the bun are the genres where you can get away with going a little crazy here and then. But I feel like romance, along with drama, overall is the one where people like they just oversell it to the point where, okay, this is happening, but there's no need for all this crap. You know what I mean? So that's basically how I feel about it. So yeah, while my story does in fact involve some romance, I have a goal to just keep it natural to the best of my abilities. As I said, writing. I'll need to get better at writing, of course, but but I don't know. Feel like it's all going pretty well. To find that one thing that I was trying to. There we go. Now we just need one more. I did not put bait in my crab pot before, so got a bunch of stuff to give away. Didn't want to sound mean, but I found the name Carol for a supernatural warrior to be very funny. I mean, the thing with actually most of the names for not just the characters in Strange Children, but for all my OCs in general, I just have like this one name that that in a way speaks to me when I'm coming up with like names for the characters. And if there's one name that speaks to me, then I'll often use it as like a placeholder. And if I can't come up with anything better or something that better relates to their background, then I'll just stick with that name. But for some reason, the name Carol for that character, I don't know why, but I have another trope that I really like where for like characters that are incredibly like powerful and like significant, for some reason I always like liked the idea of giving them very basic and like very unassuming names. So in a way, like the next like the overlord trying to take over the world could be someone like, this is a really bad example, could be something like um Alex or something. I don't know why. It just seems, I don't know. It's always been very funny to me, so I just like I just like it. I really don't know why. I don't even know where I got this trait from, but it's there, so so I'm happy about it, I suppose. Just gonna just just dump all this stuff. I know I'm selling them all and they're probably not gonna get very much of it, but I get the feeling of like wanting to make a box for putting stuff like the trash that I've been fishing up from the ocean. I was thinking of doing that, like making a pardon me, like making, oh my gosh, like making a chest for it that I can put all the stuff in, that I can just have there until I get until I get a recycler. I was thinking of doing something like that. Just gonna put all my stuff back in here, and will you ever make a VN? What's a VN? I'm not sure what that is. Voice. I'm sorry. I don't know what a VN. I don't know what a VN is. I'm sorry. But yeah, much like Noella, there's more to Carol's character and the connection that the two have, which I cannot say very much about because it's huge spoilers. So, oh, that's right. I was gonna grab some hay to plant along, and then I was gonna go back and do some mining. A visual novel? Oh, I see. Visual novel. I've never really thought of that, but I do feel like my story could have potential to be some kind of visual novel. Um, but I don't really know too much about them though, or how to even go about making one. I did like I don't know if you guys remember the mobile app episodes. I don't even know if it's still around today. It probably is, but I remember like because the second branch of the story, which I can't share the name of just yet, of the second branch of Strange Children, or it has two sides, but the second branch was the original one before Chronean Archives came around. But it's another like huge half of the story essentially. It's one of those stories where like while one side is doing things, the other side is doing things at the same time, and they're all just like in their own worlds, and then the two paths will eventually like come together, and the story will continue on with now both sides being united, something like that. But anyway, back to episode. I originally wanted to try like making a visual novel using based on that second half of the story, using episodes, um but I never finished it and I never published it. Um, so, because I don't know why I didn't. I just couldn't do it, so I never continued on with it. And also, I wasn't able to like make my characters in even remotely to how they're supposed to look. So I just gave up on it. But like for that for this second half of the story that I'm talking about now, it was originally like a short little Wattpad story that I was just writing like when I was in high school, and it's down now, so unfortunately you can't find it anymore. But yeah, and that was when I was really into what watching Minecraft stories from a content creator known as Afmal. Because in the past I believe she's gonna like pick it up again soon. But in the past, I used to love watching her Phoenix Drop series. So it was like basically my own version of that. Um, is like a school for like for magic, and everyone's like of different like species. Like there was wolves, there was cat people, there were elves, and a bunch of others. So I was writing my story like that. um I don't know, I just loved her work so much, and one of my main and like role models for that time as a writer. um and I really wanted to. It was out for like a couple years, but then I took it down like once I got better at writing because I was so embarrassed by it. White algae from whatever that was. So, so yeah, and then I just continued writing. I found broccoli seeds. Wait, broccoli seeds? I can plant in the fall. Okay, I'm gonna plant these when I get back then. So yeah, that was originally like where the story started, and that was just a direct conglomeration of of everything that I've seen, like whether it was like in Phoenix Drop or some other games. Like there was even like a point where like the three main characters like made like almost like a magical girl base or something. I'm not sure how to explain that, but I don't know. I was just a happy little teenager who had happy little fantasies from and just wanted to make them come to life. And now in the future, I'm a happy little adult who has a project with potential and wants to do more with it. Okay, that's about all I can say about it currently. Chat, let's force her to publish. Nah, I'm not gonna do that again. I don't wanna put that out, but there are some parts in the story that I did really like, that I want to keep for when I finally start to do something about like properly writing the second part. Ugh, not another thingy. Oh, blocking hurts them too? Ew. Still sounds very gross. Oh, I found the thing and I'm not even going near it. Have you read Quantum Prophecy? No, I haven't. What's it about? It sounds really interesting though. Found a geode. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, kids can still do things. Definitely, absolutely. Like kids can do it. Kids can still do things. I feel like kids doing things that, like, whether they're like solving a crazy problem or publishing the new what's the greatest like action series. Something about like kids doing those kinds of things that normally adults are seen to do. It's always been very inspiring to me. Got a book published at 15. Good for you. Actually, is it Is it still around? I'm kind of curious. I want to. Is it okay if I ask you what it's called? Because I'm kind of curious. I want to take a look at it if I can. But yeah, getting something like that, like published like by yourself, it's possible, but it's very difficult. And now currently trying to figure out how to basically how to reach more people and be more consistent with my content, because I won't lie, I've been kind of like oh, okay, this is new. I've been like struggling to consistently do anything other than streaming for just now, because why am I watering the rock? Oh, there's more. You know what? I don't need this fight. I don't need this fight. I need to leave. Alright, let's go down first. I wanted to go down and find the... Okay, fine, I'll just leave. I wanted to see if I could go down a couple more floors and then just go. But, nah, I wanted to try to get another checkpoint, but... I have to get home before I collapse. Please don't look it up. Please don't look it up. You hate it? No! No! I'm sure... Okay, if you don't want me to look... to take a read of it, that's absolutely fine. But I believe, okay? Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing, but I believe it can... I'm getting distracted by things. I need to go before I die. What is wrong with me? A monster invasion. That was interesting. Quantum Prophecy is a classic modern era superhero series. There's a military superhero school look like X-Men. Okay, so it's kind of related. Kind of reminds me of, what's it called? Sky High. That was like also like a superhero school movie. An explosion was heard in the night. That's new. Level 8 farming oil maker. Wow. That reminds me of Sky High, and that was a movie that I really used to like watching as a kid. That, along with Shark Boy and Lava Girl, that was another movie that I really enjoyed watching growing up. Pardon me. Sorry. So yeah, that does sound pretty interesting. I do like superheroes a lot. I'm sorry, where did you come from? And why are you here? And why is... What? Why are these here? Okay. I'm just finding random... Why are these here? Did I grow them from something or what? I just picked those up randomly. I'm sorry, that really freaked me out for a second. Do you remember Sky High? It was a cool and funny movie. Yeah, it was. I need to find that again. I don't remember much of it, but I remember like really loving it. Man, I need to see if I can find that movie again, cause I loved it. And the kind of like movies, I forget what the producing company is, but the producers of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, I really quite liked their stuff growing up, and they've came out with like We Can Be Heroes and Spy Kids as well. I remember my sister really likes that. So I guess just that kind of style of movies I remember really liking. This isn't even the right thing. It's over here. Talk. And oh right, I found some broccoli. Been meaning to plant broccoli. I found more coal. Not coal, copper. I found more coal too. I found a wild plum. No, I'm not going to bed yet. Why am I going to bed? I would never go to bed. Oh, I have some kind of algae in here. It's super slimy. Ugh, who'd want to eat that? Not me. Okay, I said I wanted to plant these somewhere. Broccoli. Some random broccoli. Oh. Didn't even realize that was ready to pick up. I was writing a fantasy superhero series, started writing the book at 12 and changed it entirely 4 times, but change it again if I could. That was the same with me for Chronean Archives and a lot of stories. It's started writing in general, you're almost always gonna change something in order for it to like fit properly and for the story to flow properly like how you want it. But still, he's 12 years old. Yeah, I'm impressed too. I mean, when we're young like that, like things just come like there's no tomorrow. Our imaginations are absolutely crazy. And that's what I want to keep, like, growing, like, even as an adult. I still want to keep that sense of, like, a strong sense of being able to imagine something out of the ordinary, like, something out from real life, and still have that, like, childlike sense of wonder that we had when we were, when we were kids. Not everyone, unfortunately, sad, but I want to still be able to keep that because it's something that I treasure, and also, and it's not just a big part of my personality, but a big part of my own of my life and my work too. So, you know, nurture your inner child. It's important. This timeline of events would not be what you expect. Are you sure? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to react about the app, but what should we talk about next? We're better than J.K. Rowling. People keep telling me to get into Harry Potter, and I won't lie, it does seem like something that, you know, I could try to look at, but I never got around to it. I guess if you don't immediately, like, go out for something, why can't I pick whatever this is up? I picked it up. You know what? I was probably pressing the wrong button. Like an idiot. But nah, I was never able to, like, properly get into Harry Potter at all. Not sure. I did watch Fantastic Beasts though, way back when. I thought that was pretty good. How about no? Never liked Harry Potter? Yeah. I guess, like, something in my gut was telling me that while the overall genre is something you really like, the way, like, this one works doesn't seem to be fitting that. I'm not sure. Just because something's in the genre that you like doesn't mean you're gonna like it, I suppose. Let's get to watering my children. Anyway, Harry Potter's magic system is very boring. Yeah, I did find that to be a little odd as well. I mean, I won't lie, I don't really know much of the story. Another story that I think, that I really like was Percy Jackson. It's been a long time since I saw a movie for Percy Jackson. I forget what it's called. Lightning Thief, I think it was called. And I remember really liking that, but I think it was the only one I ever watched. Why is all this growing here? Did I plant something here and it grew those foraging things? And it grew these, like the mushrooms and the plums, or does that just happen? Am I a complete idiot? As based as J.K. Rowling is, I don't really like her books. Percy Jackson was nice, yeah. I didn't hugely know too much about J.K. Rowling, but I just knew for a fact that Harry Potter wouldn't be something that I'd be into. The kind of magic system in fantasy stories that I like would be like something out something that's like Percy Jackson, I suppose, or what are some other ones? Or I can't really think of any examples that aren't from anime. Because I know you, Evert or Isu, I forget who's on YouTube, but I remember maybe it was Isu, I think. I don't know. I remember someone saying that they didn't know too much about anime. So I was trying to come up with something that I've seen where the magic system isn't from anime, but the kind of like system where you're in a magic school and you're kind of just learning like what's tailored to you, as well as learning all the general stuff. And it's more like you have the choice to produce magic from your hands or from some kind of like medium, like a staff or a wand or even a sword, or through anything really. With enough experience, you can channel magic through pretty much anything. But yeah, it's really all just about like having control over it. I'm gonna put away this and I'll get rid of everything else. Don't even know why I still have this ticket. I'm just gonna dump it in there. Your Isu insert Robert Downey Jr. stuff. Yeah, I'm a total meme lord. I remember like watching compilations of like Marvel actors and actors from various movies, like the on crack meme compilations where it's like them at like interviews and stuff and just showing off their funniest moments. I especially loved like whenever like Robert Downey Jr. came along. He's just such a funny guy. I love him so much. And Jim Carrey is another like actor that I really love and have loved from a very young age. I remember watching my favorite movie of all time when I was a kid was Series of Unfortunate Events. And the way Jim Carrey played Olaf, I really loved how he brought that over. And when I heard, because Sonic the Hedgehog is another one of my favorite franchises, and when I learned that Jim Carrey was playing Robotnik, I absolutely lost it. And I've just now watched the Sonic 3 movie, and without spoilers, I'd say it was like one of my favorite ways that like my favorite Jim Carrey moments. I don't know why. I already like loved like Jim Carrey already, but the way he played Robotnik's just somehow just completely like wow. Now I'm now just eagerly awaiting like to hear about the next one. Like apparently Amy's supposed to be in it, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I've got 6 mushrooms. I'm gonna toss them in this box, and I'm gonna water my chest randomly, and then I'm gonna go do a bit of fishing. What time is it? Okay, it's 4:32. 4:32. We've got half an hour basically left to go. So yeah. So you guys, do you guys have any more questions or anything else you want to know about like, I don't know, my thoughts on the movies or more Chronean archive stuff, or I don't know, anything else you guys want to talk about while I'm fishing and stuff? but I won't lie. I'd say like even with the amount of distractions that I've that I've had today, with I pressed the wrong button. Ugh. I was trying to say like I was trying to say even with the amount of distractions from this game and from like talking about the show and everything, I still feel like I got a decent amount done in Stardew Valley this episode. So, pretty happy about that. Actually, you're British, right? Ever served in the military? Oh, respect for him. Thanks. Tell him thanks for his service. And are you Scottish? I'm supposed to be. I um I am technically from I am from Scotland. Was born and raised in Scotland, and yet somehow I've developed such an ambiguous accent. Um which is like a mix of American and Brit and Scottish, of like an American and British Scottish accent. It like kind of like shifts from time to time, and like the words that I use are a mix of like American and British terminology. So, yes, I am Scottish. I was born in Scotland, but I just have a a painfully ambiguous accent because a theory, which is probably correct, is um I grew up watching, of course, a lot of American TV shows and content creators, but I also grew up alongside um people with very diverse accents, including my family, who's from Jamaica. So they often speak patois in the house, patois, the language of Jamaica. Um, and also the way I like basically like mimicking things that I heard, whether it's from people, TV shows. That was the main way I learned how to speak, because I learned how to speak differently. It was mainly just like through mimicking what other people say and learning from that, learning from mimicking from TV shows, movies, and the like. So I want to guess the mimicking thing is how I've been able to form this weird voice. So I guess that's like some kind of working theory that I'm just gonna stick with. But even in like pretty much my entire life since I've been able to talk, I've still not come up with like an official an official response for it. I still feel like I'm kind of fumbling over how I'm supposed to explain this this odd part about me. But I've grown to, and I used to be pretty insecure about it. Um Especially since like anyway, I used to be pretty insecure about it, but nowadays I've grown accustomed to it, and it's kind of started to grow on me. But no, that's pretty much like an eternal gag that I'm just gonna live with until the end of my existence. And I'm not too bothered about it. So yeah, North Englandish, is that a different kind of British accent? I think I can do a decent British accent, but I'm not entirely sure like where it's from. But if you ever ask me to do a British accent for something, I can try it. Scottish seems to be accurate too. It's just a mix of like a bunch of different factors, be it like a mix of different accents, different words, phrases that may or may not be recognizable from various sources and stuff, and the rapid changes between formal and informal. I don't know. It's just the way my voice works is very weird, but that's become a huge part of my character and who I am as a person. So I've just learned to kind of just roll with it and just see like that it's just how I am. I've not done anything to the crab pot at all. Please let me out. want to go home. I don't want to die out here. Please let me out. I don't want to die out here. I swear. Let me out. I didn't even bring anything to chop through that. I just want to go home. If I collapse out here, I'm gonna be so upset. Let me out. Let me out. I don't want to die out here. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. There we go. Okay, please. Please. I'm so upset. If I collapse in my house, please don't tell me I'm gonna be, like, you know, charged for it. Whew, that was close. Oh my gosh. The internet and its consequences have been disastrous for society. That's very true. That's very true, but, like, so that's just, like, what I'm gonna go with for how I came to sound like this, and I don't know, it gives me a talking point, like, when I meet new people, when I meet someone new, like, 90% of the time, the first thing they'll ask me is, so where are you from? And it doesn't help that I don't sound Scottish. Not to and I'm black too, so you wouldn't immediately think that, right? As much as we hate it, let's just be honest. So yeah, but it always ends up, like, being a pretty wholesome interaction when someone, like, understandably mistakes me from being from somewhere other than Scotland. And we often just laugh through it, because yeah, it's a good conversation starter, basically, that I'm just gonna live with. Is that what's on the floor? I want to pick it up. A maple seed. Sorry. Wait, do I have ginger hair? No. No, I don't. No, I have black hair. So I don't know what else to say about that. If it helps you to, like, get an idea of what I look like, I modeled my avatar after myself, basically. That's just basically me in a fantasy form, but not 100%, because I don't have an afro anymore. I have dreadlocks in real life, so yeah. Anyway. I assumed you looked like your avatar. Well, that basically, like how my avatar originally came around was, it was just an avatar that I was originally using as just a random character that I was writing on. So I used that old character as a base for my avatar. So it was originally supposed to be something based off of me, but now she's just kind of her own person. Wait, even purple eyes? No, I don't have purple eyes either. To say this because I keep forgetting, when I first saw your character, I thought those were cow ears. To be honest, I wanted, when I first was designing my VTuber avatar, I took into account some of the features from other VTubers that I really liked, that I thought would look good on my model. And the story behind those ears was, I was inspired by models from Shy Lily and Mega and Megalodon. I, for some reason, really liked how their ears were drawn, and I wanted to try having something similar to that, except they're not, they I guess they are ears, but they're more like, they are ears, okay, but they're not, but they're more like appendages, like weird appendages, because the story of Emo is her ears, her new ears and her tail, they're supposed to be extensions of a part of the universe that she's been assigned to watch over. So that's basically the universe in her, like, dark matter in a way. So the dark matter is her ears and her tail, and I wanted to have it be like the kind of motion where while the thing is moving, like what's in the background doesn't move, and it's supposed to be like a really sparkly, like the twinkling stars and stuff, but all the stars doesn't move even though the tail moves. It's almost like a window or a portal into like into the space. You know what I mean? I'm trying to explain it as best I can, but I'm really bad at that. So I'm just gonna pick these up and plant some more stuff. Oh, that was a star fruit. Gotta plant those in summer. Sumo summer. I'm not sure. And also there was something about an explosion I've just remembered. There was an explosion that was mentioned when we finished off the last day that I want to try to find out more about. I don't quite remember what the last explosion was for, so we're just gonna have to go ahead and find out what it was. But also I saw that weird green stuff in the mine, and I want to explore more. I want to pick this up, and I want to explore more and see what that's all about. So we're gonna go back down into there and see what's up. We've got 15 minutes of the stream left, so I imagine that could like count for 2 more days in Stardew. So I wanna go and explore some more. Maddie the Yapper, yeah. My voice is getting quite tired from all the constant talking, but I was really happy I was able to share more about Chronean archives, and like I said, something still very early, but it's definitely something that you'll be seeing more on the channel lately. Speaking of content, I mentioned before that I wanted to try doing some art streams because I won't lie, I've been on a sketching crazy lately, and I was originally wanting to try and do some art streams, or even like just once in a while, but I want to like along with music, because like I said, like I know I wouldn't like do too much too early, but at the very least, to try to keep some content flow going while also still working on my art skills, I was thinking of like of doing something like that, whether it's just like art or art that I'm like posting on my channel, whether it's like quick sketches and and things like that, whether it's of my OCs of something, maybe it's like little drawings of emo or something like that, just something just to like keep the flow going, because at the moment all I've got is the streams working for me, but I want to add some more stuff, and I always liked the idea of like posting my art and sharing some more of my art, and I even had a couple people say that they want to like see more of my art journey, so I'd love to do that. Every time I come down here, do I seriously have to dig to find the ladder again? I was gonna ask about the art. Streams. Yeah, I still wanna do them. It's just really figuring out like how I can do it. It's I'm better at art like traditionally, and I can do stuff like on digital. I can definitely do digital stuff, like whether it's graphics or just drawing digital art stuff. And yeah, oh, this is new. This area is infested. What does that mean? Be on the ready. What do you mean it's infested? You mean with monsters? So about the art streams, maybe I could do like one per month, where I have a goal to like draw like and complete something within the 2 hours, or even just like just do some practicing. But I really do like want to share my art, like share my art with you, but not March. Oh no. Since it's already out, I suppose I could like start like doing art streams starting from next month. I don't know. We'll have to see. There are still some things that I need to like look up and stuff. Things I need to pull together. Ow! We're getting murdered by slimes of all things. Ugh, I swear, if there's one thing that I absolutely refuse to be taken down by, it's freaking slimes. I need a better sword. I need to find a better sword. Ow! Why am I green? Ow. Does getting hurt, like, remove my energy too? Oh no, just my health, okay. Ew, I'm slow again! I'm sticky and gross and... Okay, let's go. Is that it? Can I leave now? Do I even have to kill all of them? Do I have to kill all of them to find the exit? Are you serious? Oh, one of them dropped an amethyst. Why are they farting? Oh no, not a fly. Help me. Is there any way to dash? Like, or dodge or something? Oh my gosh. I'm pausing because... Okay. Whew. I wonder if it means, like, the exit won't come up until, like... Wait a second. How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? I have to find the exit before... Or... Wait, how do I get out of here? There's no way out. Is there? Am I crazy? Die, please. Stay away from me. Die, please. Why are you so squishy? Finally! Woo! That was stressful. Ah, not you again. Nope, I'm leaving. Mostly curious question, but do you know what Dream Core is? Very little. Only learned about it the other day. But it's kind of like, I did a bit of looking up on it, and I realized it, like, refers to, like, liminal space concepts, like games kind of like the Backrooms or Superliminal, that sort of thing. Not entirely sure, but but no, I'm very new to it. But just from that like quick little lookup session, it's kind of like getting pretty curious about it. So I wanna learn a little more about it. But yeah, so far I know very little about it, but with a little research, I'm sure I can, like, learn some more. I don't know. I want to get to level 20 before I go. Breaking every single stupid rock. Trying to find the exit, but it's not working. They make make you, like, break every single rock. Trying to... I didn't want to kill you, but you were in my way. Oh, you're kidding. Please let me break this thing, please. Yay. Thank you. I think we may have time for one more game. Oh, no we won't. It's only 5 minutes. Okay. But we have to think about, like, getting out soon. But I really wanna... Ow! Alright, I'm just gonna leave you behind. I really wanna get down into... Oh, is it a spiral? Uh-oh. I'm just gonna go... This is probably a really bad idea what I'm doing. Oh, never mind. Ah! We're here, finally! And I found a cool new sword! I received a steel small sword. Nice. Can we fish in here? Cave fishing? Want to fish up a cave fish. Lucky I brought my fishing rod. I don't even know if you can fish in here. Oh. I guess you can. I caught some algae! Yay! I'll guess that is, like, significant to that. Alright, let's get out of here and let's go home. Pardon me. I'm sorry. Probably from all that coffee I drank. Pardon me. Women like swords. I'll bet they do. I like swinging swords because it's fun. In games. Like this one. I'm swinging my sword right now. And it's fun. Okay, I'm gonna go. Way to take a joke and roll with it. That's supposed to mean something? I mean, if you want it to. That was just a dry joke that didn't really have very much meaning. So take it how you'd like. No, not my geode, and not my minerals. I got rid of my crystal again. It's fine. Okay, we are all good, and I'm done. I gotta give Maddie a sword. I'm okay, but I'm okay, but thanks. I've already got 2. But anyway, on my back. Okay. Anyway, we've got like a few minutes left. I don't think that'll be enough to get through another day, so I'm gonna cut it there for now. And we'll just gonna tidy up some stuff while we clean up. Now, I did say I needed a new sword. Wait. Oh no, that is better. Okay. I did say I needed a new sword, and lo and behold, I got a new one. So yay. So, no, don't need that. I just realized I could have add to existing stuff. I just realized I could have done that. I'm so dumb. And I have saps, so I'm just gonna toss that in there. And the blacksmith won't be open just yet. I was gonna go and process these geodes, but I'll do it another time. And I found a dinosaur egg. I don't really know what to do with it, but my old sword I can just put back in here. And that's like it. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of stuff. All my pumpkins! Oh, my pumpkins have grown! I have so many pumpkins now! So welcome, Mr. Bossy Fox Games. Welcome to my stream. Unfortunately, we're about to end for the week, but you're welcome to catch me next week. Any Stardew tips? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'd say I think I would say fishing is a good way to get money early on. Fish are quite valuable early on as you're developing your crops and as they're growing. Definitely spend some time fishing and selling your fish for stuff. That's how I managed to get a very stable start in Stardew. I can complete the fall crops. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Befriend Pierre's wife for tea. Okay, sure. I don't even remember who her wife is. I mean, his wife. I mean, somebody's wife. Ending off the stream was supposed to be not like this. Not like this, please. Okay. Whew, relax. But yeah, I would definitely say fishing is very good early on as you're developing your crops and learning more about the game. Fishing is a good way to get money. Okay, so where was it? Nope, not here. Where was fall crops? And that's in the pantry. Great. Well, I have so much stuff now. I honestly don't really remember what I planted over there. So, oh! No, I think I do. I think it was like a random autumn seed thing that I did. Completed another bundle! Yes! Excellent progress! And I got a bee house! Place outside and wait for delicious honey. Okay, I'll put that down when I get back. Artisan bundle? No, I'm just quickly looking for... Oh, I just happen to have that. Okay, cool. And... Oh, we need corn. Okay, I need to keep in mind. Make something chaotic happen this turn. No! Please! We were almost there. We're fine. Nothing chaotic has happened yet. We can still... The stream's ended! Oh. Oh, I see. Something new's been added. Okay, that's new. Alright, before we go, let's quickly check that out. And then leave. It's the vault. What? I'm sorry, what? We have to buy it? Okay, might as well, I suppose. Might as well start off with that. Rewards, I got a chocolate. I got cake. I got a chocolate cake. Anything else? Sure, why not? A lightning rod collects energy from lightning storage and turn it into battery packs. Huh. Okay. This can be a nice one to do. And I've already made a pretty good start on it. So, yeah, I'm gonna... Wait, I guess I may have to end this day, huh? Because I've already kind of, like, done stuff, right? You know what? Fine. Let's just write... We've got some extra time, I suppose. Let's just write out this day and then just end the stream. You get an extended stream, good, because of my own dumminess. So, yeah. Let's just get this over with. Is Stardew the only game so far that you can't accidentally summon bosses? Ha ha. Very, very funny. Very funny, Sue. How... I don't know. What other time have I accidentally summoned bosses? And it wasn't even... I didn't even mean to, which I guess is the whole point of an accident, but still, come on, man. Like, you gotta do me like that. It's not fair. Okay, and I have these things as well, which I'm gonna put away. And I have food now. I'm gonna stick it in the fridge. I have chocolate cake I'm gonna stick in the fridge. It's still pretty early. And I have a crab in here apparently. Crustacean. Pumpkin. Didn't I need anything? Did I need pumpkins for anything else, actually? Didn't I accidentally summon a boss in Risk of Rain? No, I think one of my chat members did that. I'm referring to like one of my earlier clips, Twitch clips where I was playing Risk of Rain 1 and then a chatter jinxed me and summoned the one boss that I hated the most. But then again, the boss version of it doesn't really do too much. It's the Wandering Vagrant. It doesn't do too much, but it's the little ones that I really hate. Like, they'll like just circle around you and do damage, and if there's more of them, then it's more damage, and it's always been really annoying. Like in the first and second one. But yeah, sometimes I just end up taking so long in those games that in those runs that a mini boss will spawn that I'm not ready for, and it will just like completely like throw me off, and it's not fun. I'm going to pick up some... Those are mixed flower seeds. Oh no, I used up all my hay. I was gonna plant more stuff. Go to the shop, you dope. Alright, I'm gonna put all this stuff in here to sell. It's a good haul. I'm gonna go and buy some more stuff to put in the put in the crop. I'd say this has been a pretty great stream. I like it. Have I heard of D before? No. Is that the name of a creator or an acronym for a game? I'm sorry. Wait. They continue. Oh, I didn't mean to buy that. Well, I have an extra I have an extra corn seed now. What I wanted was of course some more wheat. And what else? I can plant more eggplants as well. And bok choy. These in the fall takes 4 days. Why not? Oh, these Why didn't I see that coming? Good one. Very good one. I can't believe you got me with that. Oh, I hate that you got me with that. I can't believe this. Grows on a trellis. Will I be able to plant those? Grape starters. Could try planting some of those. I don't really know what a trellis is, but we'll see how we can work with that. I can't believe I fell for that. I'm disappointed you fell for that. I'm disappointed in me too. In fact, I low-key hate myself for that. But hey, there are worse jokes out there I could have fallen for, so I'm not too upset. Bread, cheap, energy efficient, and delicious. Okay. Go. It's fine. It could have been worse. Okay, let's just ride out this day. Is there any way we can speed it up? I'll probably just go back in the mine again or do some fishing. No, because then I'll be required to like actually think about what I'm gonna say. But I'm out of stuff currently, so I'm not even... What am I... Huh? Okay. Some button pressing ASMR for you guys. Hope you like it. It means you can't walk through crop. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, yeah, Oh, I see. Wait. Okay, got it. Wait a minute. I can still get to them. Okay. I got afraid for a second that I wouldn't be able to get to it again. I'm not angry, clenching fists. I don't remember where that meme is from. Is that in reference to something, or oh no, it's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go back in and collect some fertilizer. I'm just gonna focus on Stardew now for this last day. I'm going to get some fertilizer. It's not in here for some reason. Oh, it's in here. Yep, there you are. And I'll put away that and my random corn seed that I bought accidentally. Okay. Hungry. Wait, why did I put all my seeds away? I need them. I need them to fill this. Why did I put them away? I still need them. Ugh, Maddie, you're such an idiot. How do you live with being so silly? And why am I putting my seeds? I'm just gonna leave them. Forget it. I'm just leaving them. Okay, let's just get this done and go back to killing things in the cave. Have I said what music software I used? I think I have. I use Ableton for audio work. I'm gonna move these into here. And while of course that's like more optimized for composition, it still works really well with mixing. So yeah, and it's really all I've got. And yeah, I can't mix as effectively in Audacity either. Like it doesn't sit well with my workflow. I mean, I can technically mix in Audacity, but it's not as like intricate as Ableton is. I don't know, but yeah, Ableton has been my best friend since since college, and I used it to make all my EPs, and that's what I used to craft and mix the audio dramas. I was gonna go mining, but I think I'm just gonna go fishing. I know I said I didn't want to, but nah, might as well. I need more money anyway. Oh, that's right, cave fishing. Okay. I guess I was gonna go in anyway, so why not, right? You've been trying to figure out what DAW to stick with. Best just like it would depend on, I guess, the kind of work that you do and what like things that you need the most for it. So if you're working with like more audio mixing, and my first catch of white algae from cave fishing. I don't even know if I can fish in cave pools, but we'll see. Pro Tools is good for like for post-production for videos and stuff, and for like more intricate like recording and editing. But it's also like super clunky, at least for me. It's quite clunky when you're working with anything besides that, because there's often a lot of like other aspects to Pro Tools compared to other DAWs. It just feels like, for me at least, it feels like a lot like I have more than I really need. Ableton, like I said before, it's more tailored to like music composition and also sound installations as well. And yeah, and also pretty good for mixing too, but not as good as Pro Tools, I'll admit. Logic is a bit of an all-arounder. It's also good for music composition and mixing. Not so much with like at like overall editing. I feel like it can be good for like I guess it just depends on like the project, how you plan to use it. And ooh, a ghost fish. Interesting. Tried using Pro Tools, wasn't letting me use non-avid VSTs, which was stupid. Yeah, it still messages Twitch. I know, I since I'm not like actively streaming on Twitch now, I probably should turn that off, but yeah, oops. But yeah, Pro Tools also has this thing where like it does have that thing where there are only so many kinds of plugins that you can use with it. And that's why I like Ableton and not Pro Tools, Ableton and Logic better for that, because it works better with third party software and VSTs. It just has more of like a diverse range of stuff that you can work with, and it's more open for that. So I mean, the point of VSTs is you should be able to use them anywhere, and they've got like different like kinds of like virtual instruments and tools that should be compatible with almost any DAW, and they have different types of them that you can use. So yeah, that's why the Streamlabs messages are doubled. Wait, are they? Like on the on-screen chat log? If so, how have I not noticed that? But I am gonna like turn off the chat bot on, well, not the overall chat bot. I'm gonna turn off the chat on Twitch, I guess, since we're not actively gonna be over there anymore. I mean, not really any point in having it there. So yeah, once I'm done, I'll just turn that off. It's no big deal. Okay, this day is almost done, so I'm just gonna, I guess, get started with the outros. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming along to the stream, and for participating in the discussion of my Chronean Archives audio drama series. Want to release more stuff on it in the future. Maybe I'll even like, because I was talking about like releasing more art stuff like before. Maybe I'll release some art of the characters from that show. We'll see how that goes. Oh, I got a purple starred fish. I didn't even realize that. Oh, that's gonna be cool. I wonder if there's like a bundle for mysterious fish, because I can bring one of them to them and just see. So yeah. Maybe I'll do something like that and just experiment and see how it goes. Next week, I forgot what's on next week. It might be Terraria or Undertale. Either Terraria or Undertale. If it's Undertale, then we're gonna try to finish the game. Well, like I say that, I don't even know like what's gonna happen over there. So it's really just like from interpretation's sake. I feel like we're sensing the end. So we're just gonna see how that goes. And if it ends up being like too short, then we can like we can do some chatting afterwards or something, or maybe even move on to a second game or whatever. Joe fish? I wish. No, I found a good few ghost fish, and so far seems to be the only fish that you can fish there. There might be more, but I don't have time to do that right now because I have to go. But as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. As always, it's such a pleasure to have you guys here. And if you'll join me for next week for either Terraria or Undertale, we'll be continuing on in our adventures. I'm gonna keep this fish just in case I need it for the. I suppose I could quickly look just now. It'll be in the fish tank. Ocean fish, river, night fish, nah. Okay, so it looks like no. Oh no, there is specialty fish. Oh, I can't bring it there though, and I don't have time to go out and get it right now. So, and I'm not gonna waste another day just doing the one thing. I've already went super overtime, so I'm just gonna. Oh, sorry, Red. So I'm just gonna keep it there for today. Okay. Wanted to make a Joe Mama joke off, but I couldn't figure out how to work it. I don't know. I was gonna make a joke too, but it's too stupid. So on that note, I'm actually gonna go now. But thanks for the third time again for tuning in. Always nice to have you guys here. I've made so much money. Oh my god, that's a lot of money that I just made. I'll be able to finish that thing in no time. But for now, have a good day/night wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!